This
you
is
just
this
stop.
is totally my idea.
It's gotten desperate, and so we're gonna allow it. 11-5. 11-5 is what she picked the Vikings before the season. Then when calamity struck through 4 weeks, she went 9-7. So you didn't lose your mind. And now we're back after
initially
a couple of wins.
Let's clear this up a minute. I actually picked them as 10-6.
10-6, and then you went to 11-5 after training camp.
Yes.
All right, and then you went 9-7 after Diggs didn't show up for practice, and then now these last 2 wins, we want to see where you're at. So ramp us up some NFL music, Jonathan, and we're going to pick the schedule. And Alex, I want you to react to her picks.
Let's go.
All right. This week at Detroit, with the refs potentially trying to make it up to Detroit. Don't worry, Alex, we'll get there.
Bad feeling. I have a really bad feeling about this game, and it's not just given the controversy of what happened last night in Green Bay. I think a lot of it has to do with their secondary. So I'm going to go ahead and say this one is a loss with the right to reserve that I pick games on Thursday for ESPN.com to any of those Twitter annoying people who yell at me and tell me, you changed your pick. Well, this is Tuesday. I haven't seen the injury report yet, so I'm going to go with a loss. Washington, I'll go ahead and I'll just do this on myself because you're clearly not ready.
I was going to say, I thought Alex was going to react to you saying they're going to lose this week.
I mean, go ahead. That's fine.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Corey.
No, I didn't know if I was going to go through the whole.
I agree with you. No, I think you're right. I'm with you. I think that in Detroit is a scary game, and not only that, but the refs. Like this team's going to be so pissed how they lost that game last night.
It was the worst outcome for the Vikings, I thought. Like the Packers stay ahead of them, and Detroit is now super upset. All right,
super pissed.
Washington.
Yes. The Case Keenum revenge game. We finally get it.
remember we
didn't
for 250 in this game.
Remember we didn't think that was going to happen. I have that as a win.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a shocker. Now KC is a little bit.
I think you can run on Kansas City.
A little bit dinged up.
I think you should run on Kansas City. So as of right now,
do it.
I think I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be a win. Which
wow.
That one
win at KC.
This one has changed. It's the only one of like a super drastic.
Wow.
Pick that's changed.
What do you think of that one, Alex?
I don't know. I mean, I think that this offensive line right now is so shaky that they make me nervous for the rest of the year. Like, this dude's been falling on so many times that I don't think he can handle. And, like, he physically is like, guys, if you fall on me one more time, I'm done. Like, my mom's going to take me home, and we're all done for the day. Right? Like, I'm like, dude, somebody get this guy some help. So, right now, I'm going to say I like Courtney's pick because I don't know if this O-line can hold up at all.
And I don't think their defense is a lot better. They added Tyrann Mathieu, but that was basically it. So
and Chris Jones is hurt. So.
And the one guy, their edge rusher left. They brought in Frank Clark. Yeah, D. Ford. So it's not that much different.
Frank Clark hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
At Dallas, who now looks bad at football. When did that happen?
Easy.
They lost to the Jets.
Easy.
Jets.
Dak had it. Here's my thing. I think Dak was very much Kirk Cousins in that scenario because he couldn't elevate everybody around him. When his playmakers are not like 100%, they're dropping balls, which I think that's part on
Cooper
him
got
too.
Hurt. Yep.
Yeah, like that put him in a bind. I know I was a little nuts on Sunday thinking they could go to Kansas City, Dallas, and not Seattle, and Chargers and win all 3 of those games. I'll go ahead and reel that back in. I'll say that Dallas is going to be a loss.
At home is different.
Yeah, at home would be different.
Reaction.
I agree. I think that Dallas is still one of the premier teams in this league. I think that their defense takes them far. They have one of the best running backs that just loves to wear on people by himself. And when they have their offensive line that's fully healthy, they're one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, so, I agree with that. The offensive line's health is huge.
There we go.
Versus Denver, the trappiest
I want to call
it
a trap game.
It's so trappy, though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's so bad.
It's Trappy McTrapperson. That's what I'm calling that game.
Well, it's a win for me because I just can't do it. I'm sorry.
Hey, can we talk about a real washed quarterback, though, and Joe Flacco? Because I swear to God, if somebody else brings Joe Flacco up to me, I'm going to throw up. It's just disgusting.
Washed. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, bye week, and then at Seattle, Russell Wilson is he's playing.
If there's
incredible.
any player that can transcend a scheme, like I don't know what they're doing this whole like run first mentality when that's your quarterback, especially on first and second down. But it's truly amazing to watch Seattle and what they are right now, a team that probably shouldn't be this far, but just how much Russell Wilson and no reason that he's like the leading candidate for MVP right now is a part of that. So I will say that's a loss, and plus. I still have PTSD from being there last year.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's a loss.
No doubt Cousins throws one backwards again.
Yikes.
I'm going to totally agree with that, but I want to come back to that point that you hit about why they're doing what they're doing. when they have that quarterback, because I totally agree with you, but I think I know why they're doing it, but I totally agree with the Seattle loss.
Home against Detroit.
I think they will split with Detroit, so I will mark this one down as a win.
Fair game.
Home game against Los Angeles, and I know it's in Los Angeles, but it's a home game. If you saw any of the videos of Pittsburgh Steelers fans waving terrible towels,
that's a win.
I mean, the Chargers cannot convince any fans to show up to their football games and cheer for their football team, even when they wear the powder blues. It's sad. What do you think of that one? Are the Chargers just kind of bad now?
I think they're terrible. And I mean, just like you saw in those back-to-back drives where Phillip Rivers had the interception and then the play that was called back. Like Devin Bush, what was the one where which one came first? Where Devin Bush returned I think he had a pick six, or was an interception return for a touchdown. I forget. It was bad. And I'm just really not high on
it was
Phillip
bad.
Rivers right now. But I'll go ahead and mark that down as a win. 2 games that I'm giving them 2 road wins.
Yeah.
Like who am I?
I don't know.
Now?
Green Bay and Chicago. You are Max Protect Cronin.
Is Green Bay going to have Geronimo Allison and Devontae Adams back?
Let's assume that they're fully healthy. That's the only way you can do it with these. No, I'm assuming 3 injuries to the secondary. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to say Green Bay's actually going to be a loss.
Oh.
I don't know. I am so starstruck in a way of just, or in awe. That's probably the right term, of just like watching what Aaron Rodgers is doing with literally nothing. And I know that we can and then we're going to get into it next segment about the referees and the penalties and all that, and they should not have won that game. But after what happened last night, what's the guy's name? Lazard?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lazard.
That guy, he'd never even been targeted by Rodgers, and he's 4 for 65 and a 35-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter.
With a great touchdown, yeah.
Beautiful.
Chicago, week 17.
We didn't get Alex's reaction.
Oh, sorry.
I agree. I think
there you go.
Let's say, just for the sake of this, because I'm looking at my numbers right now, I'm going to go ahead and mark Chicago as a win, because this time they're not going to want to back their way into the playoffs, or at least let it come down to week 17. And if it does, they're not going to no-show again.
All right. So what does that mean? What do we have for the Minnesota Vikings?
I have to do the math on this, so talk amongst yourselves.
Well, there's, we're already late for the break. Jonathan's giving the signal, but take your time. Sure, it's fine.
Go Bigs.
Wait, I think I have them at 9-7 again.
You do.
Wait a second. 1,
sure?
2, 3, 4,
10
5,
and 6.
6. 10 and 6.
10 and
Sorry,
6.
my bad. Math is not my strong
So she's
suit.
gone from 10 and 6.
I'm back at right where I'm.
To 11 and 5 to 9 and 7, back to 10 and 6.
That's a wild card.
Hey, just to go before we go to break, I think I disagree with you with the Chargers game. I think that's a setup game to go all the way.
That one's the trap game?
That's Trapper.
Yes, that's the trap game for me, because you're going cross country and you're like, you know what, guys, how bad could they be? Like, dude, we're gonna stomp these dudes, right? Like, we're good. No, that's bad.
That's a good one.
Think like a player.